Hey, Taylor Johnson here. If you're listening to this, you've either made a great choice or you've accidentally clicked something while scrolling. Either way, you should stay. This is Pop Culture Pastor.
Pop Culture Pastor.
All right, Cody, the listeners once again get denied some really good conversation.
Your loss.
Because I brought up that scene in Dazed and Confused where Ben Affleck actually broke his ankle, but kept on acting because he is a true actor.
Or he needs calcium.
I think he's healthy. He looks pretty healthy.
I don't know. I haven't broken my ankle.
Did you happen to watch him and Matt Damon on the Rogan show?
No.
The Rogan pod. It was very interesting. They talk about a lot of stuff. Their conversation on AI was very interesting.
Which may come up in a soon pod.
It absolutely may. We have an AI. I want to talk about AI just because there's so many different viewpoints on it. And especially right now, like, so social media is doing the thing again where everybody's making these AI photos of themselves.
You're stealing from artists, Dave.
Yeah, and so there's like that. There's that view, which it's everyone's all over the place. But I'm just sitting here like it's Pandora's box. What are you gonna do? I don't think you can stuff this back in, my friend.
Also, I was never going to pay an artist for my profile picture.
Also true. But
I'm a cheapskate.
But we love our artist friends. I mean,
we do.
We know lots of artists.
Like, I'll pay for your art out in the wild to hang up in my house.
And we do. We got tons of people's art we met at comic conventions here on the wall here on the Pop Culture Pastor layer.
Indeed.
Anyways, that's another conversation for a later day. This is Pop Culture Pastor, the podcast. My name's Dave. Cody's here.
I am present.
Also present is Geek of the Round Table, Jackson Chauncey.
Hooray.
That was new.
He was in exile.
Yeah, back from suspension.
Oh, right. Yes. A few days ago, I was aware because Jackson said, I don't know, I guess I've been
Blackballed.
No. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? We just had a few episodes where we didn't need you.
Me and Mira Sorvino.
Wait, is Mira Sorvino blackballed?
Yes.
Yes.
Why? What'd she do?
Weinstein.
Did she speak up for Weinstein? She was on Weinstein's side?
No, reverse.
Oh, okay. Well, isn't she back now? I figured since
it's too late.
It's too late now, Dave.
Oh, okay.
Just like with Jackson.
She won an Academy Award. I'm Team Mira then. Team Mira Sorvino. That's neither here nor there. I'm just saying it. Anyways, I got a surprise for you. We got a surprise segment of the lobby.
What?
Welcome to the lobby.
Oh, here we are. We're out in the lobby. We've been magically transported.
We have.
And so, if you're new
to the land of Raisinets.
Man, if you're out in the lobby getting Raisinets, God help you. God help us all. The Raisinets have been there since 1994 because nobody wants them.
They don't go bad.
The nachos, on the other hand, they get replenished nightly because everybody wants the nachos. A little bit of chips, a little bit of processed cheese. I don't think there's anything greater on earth than processed cheese. Might be humans' greatest creation.
Or their downfall.
Also true. Okay, it's the lobby. What we do out in the lobby is we have taken listener questions. They have offered them to us on our social media page. If you're not following us on social media, you wouldn't know that. But you should follow us on social media so you too can ask us anything and maybe get your question picked to get your name thrown out on this segment.
Talking to you, Bono and Edge.
First question comes from our friend David Allen of Winter Garden, Florida, who gives us lots of questions. He's a great question asker. Also a geek of the round table.
Also a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah, he's just an everything fan. David, he's a fan of life.
That's what I'm choosing to believe.
Yeah. He says, why do you think sometimes it's hard to be invested in a show, even one you would normally be interested in?
Oh, there's a multitude of reasons for me. Sometimes it's just the season of life. Like everything's too chaotic for me to add something new. And then once it has worn off the feels of it within the culture, then it's like, oh, I already missed it. But then also, this happens commonly, that it gets hyped up too much to me. And I'm like, you jabronis, I'm not falling for this. So
Welcome, contrarian Cody, who likes things other people or dislikes things other people like just because they like it.
if there's too many people telling me that Limp Bizkit is the bee's knees, then I'm like, no. And then time proves me correct.
Cody, what if Limp Bizkit is I couldn't even get through that. I'm sorry.
Hey, they had their run.
They had that Undertaker song, and that was it.
They had 2 Undertaker songs, I think.
Well, Fred Durst wanted me to tell you that you can take that cookie. Never mind. Let's just move on. Yeah, I think it's a valid reason. Jackson, what about you? Do you find it hard to be invested in shows that you would have normally thought you would have been interested in?
To avoid repeating what Cody's already said, I think for me, it's also, we're older, but we're not ancient. So we used to all kind of watch the same things. We'd all watch, ER week to week, and we were all following kind of the same lead, where now Cody's over on Netflix watching 2 or 3 shows. I'm on Paramount Plus, and Dave's on Crackle. And, we're all watching different things, and we're all, at different speeds. I've just gotten into things Cody's finished years ago, and there's just not that connective tissue anymore. And then for me, a lot of times it's I watch an episode and then I forget what of 8 streaming services was that show on.
Apple TV.
I always forget until I don't pick a show to watch at night. I pick a streaming service, and then I look for the continued watching line. And it's like, oh, I was watching WCW Nitros on this streaming service.
I think it's also why nothing's really timeless anymore. There's just so much out there. Everybody has what they want, but
Green Acres.
everybody has what they want. It goes both ways.
I think both reasons you guys have given are valid. I would think they would be in my thought process. I think the other thing, David, is that you're almost certainly watching more than one screen. I would say that most people, our attention spans aren't what they were 20 years ago, unless you are 20 years old. I just think everyone's attention spans are shorter, pretty much universally, because of the culture and society we live in. We live in an on-demand society, and our focus is not focusing very well. Do you, Cody, could you honestly say your focus is as good as it was 30 years ago? Or
Probably, because I was 6.
20 years ago. From your young adult
Probably
years.
not.
Yeah.
But so I have a job where I actually have to be focused. And so throughout my day, I probably have 6 hours with individuals one-on-one.
Oh, I am well aware of Cody's off time.
And so off time, you're getting flooded with randomness.
I get 6 TikToks or reels within 5 minutes.
That's me decompressing, baby.
He likes to give it, but he doesn't like to take it, because I'll do it to him and he'll be like, I'm watching Stranger Things.
Okay. Yeah, I think we answered that one. Next question comes from Josh Kane in Houston, Missouri. You can't fool us, Josh. Houston isn't in Missouri.
It's in Texas.
Apparently there is a Houston, Missouri, and Josh lives there. So way to be rude, Cody. He says, thoughts on the theory of built-in age. Are you aware of this theory?
I am.
Okay. Explain to you want me to explain it?
So I can give a brief
Yeah.
synopsis.
Go for it.
Basically, for some individuals, if you take the Bible literally as a timeline, there's 6,000 years of human history, and that's actually the history of the world. And with this theory, there are things added to our world to make us feel like things are older than they actually are, and maybe for our discovery. just so that we're entertained.
Or that God himself created things with age.
Yes.
Aged things.
That as well.
So if we were applying it to Adam and Eve, that he created Adam as a full-grown human being.
Which that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you think about that?
Adam and Eve, I'm fine with them being adults. Okay, I got to tiptoe here.
He's weighing his words.
So it doesn't matter if the world is 6 billion years old, 6,000 years old, or it has only existed within the past 60 years. Although that one seems a bit ridiculous.
I know some people who might argue with you on that one, and they're all over 60 years old.
But like it won't affect me in the grand scheme of things. With that being said, I tend to be someone that like, the Earth's a lot older than if we're mapping out a biblical timeline.
Okay, Cody has just been defrocked.
It happens.
Jackson, I won't put you on the spot. This is unless you have an opinion on this.
I was over putting extra butter on my popcorn.
Oh, okay.
I was going to let you guys have this.
Yeah. So, Josh, my whole stance on this is usually the people that subscribe to these sorts of things, they're taking the Bible for more than it's written to be. So the book of Genesis especially is not a science book. It's not a manual. In fact, most of the Bible's not a manual for anything. It's a story. And that's what we talk about a lot here on Pop Culture Pastors. We talk about stories, and stories have different ways of being told and therefore have different ways that we should receive them. In this case, when you're reading something, it's reading comprehension. We all know when we're reading nonfiction, it's meant to be taken as nonfiction. When we're reading fiction, it's meant to be taken as fiction, as a story. But that doesn't mean if you're reading fiction, it doesn't have a point or a moral. All that to say is stories are just stories. And a lot of Genesis is poetic, but that doesn't mean there's not truth in it.
Yeah, like I know within Hebrew thought, it is typically not viewed as a year by year account of the Hebrew or Israelite people before they even become Israelites. Also, you got to go back to like Proverbs. I think it's Proverbs. Otherwise, it's Psalms. What is a day to you but 1,000 years, and 1,000 years but a day?
To wrap it all up, Josh, specifically on the build theory of built-in age, my answer is I don't care. I honestly don't care. Could the Earth be young? Sure. Could it be billions of years old? Sure. It just doesn't matter to me. And I don't ask the Bible to answer those kind of questions. We do this. It is important to note that the church people that try to use the Bible to explain more than it wants to, it can happen in science too. Humans use science to try and do more with it than what science is really meant to do. Google quantum physics and the blind spot. So we do this in all areas. So it's pretty human. It's pretty normal. So I give a lot of grace there. Like if there are people listening that do believe in a young Earth, fine. I'm not going to argue with you. I just don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, it's not going to impact my day-to-day living.
Yeah. Andy Aker from right here in Chanute.
Hi, Andy.
He says, Pop Culture Pastor Book Club.
I'm already in a book club. I can't be a part of a lot of book clubs.
Are you really?
I am. Currently, we're reading a book about hope.
Oh, good. Awesome. Well, good. Jackson, would you be a part of a Pop Culture Pastor Book Club?
I think I just read my first book this year in the past 10 years, so I'm probably not your target audience.
What book did you read?
Oh, it was kind of a cop-out because it was just a book about the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. A lot of pictures.
It was a coffee table book?
Yeah. Still counts.
My official answer is Andy Aker is, who has time to read books? Are you serious right now? Man, I feel like reading a book, asking me to read a book.
As Cody gets his tablet out to talk about how he has time to read books.
No, like I just wanted to share what the book was called. It's called Hope Rising, How the Science of Hope Can Change Your Life. That like there's now psychologists that are studying what hope means and how it impacts us.
That's not the A.J. Brown book, is it?
Okay.
No, it's not the A.J. Brown book.
Good for him. Good for Cody. Cody's reading a book. Andy, I do read every day. I read at least two chapters of the Bible, one in the Old Testament, one in the New Testament. I'm reading currently from 2 devotionals that are day by day, and I read a chapter from a systematic theology book I'm reading.
So I'm not going to rule out a pop culture pastor by our book club, but like maybe it's during an off season.
Yeah.
I'm not in an off season yet.
How about this? We'll do a book club if we can take a hiatus every year from the podcast. I just felt a disturbance in the force, Cody. Like tens and tens of people just cried out.
We will have to read Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Why'd you say it like that? Lord of the Rings is great.
It's great, but it isn't like light reading.
It is not. Okay. Let's go play the movie game. You guys want to play the movie game?
I do. Does Cody?
You don't want to know that answer.
Gentlemen, assume your battle positions. We'll be right back. All right, here we are. It's time to play everyone's favorite, the pop culture pastor movie game. No home game yet for you to take home.
I mean, technically there is, but it's not by us.
We do, in case you haven't noticed, we use someone else's game. We just play it by our own rules.
Kick rocks, other people.
Because the Rotten Tomatoes game, I don't know. I looked at the rules once and I'm like, why would you play the game like that? That's very weird. It was more of like a matching game, but we're not down with that nonsense. We're testing movie trivia right now. And it's Jackson versus Cody. Jackson, Cody 8. And Jackson has just thoroughly whooped Cody.
I have won at least one of these.
You've never beat me that I can recall. We've tied.
Early on.
Those episodes have been scrubbed from Spotify.
So, Jackson, in my hand, I'm holding 3 Rotten Tomato movie profiles. One certified rotten, one mid-range, mediocre, and one certified fresh. Certified reviewed well by Rotten Tomatoes
I
critics.
hope he gets something from the 1940s.
That would be, well, I don't know. Maybe that would be good. I don't know. Jackson, how are you on old movies?
Right.
If
Guess
you would
we'll
like
find
to
out.
make your selection of which movie you would like to try and figure out.
Dave, trash is where I live. Trash is where I stay.
Trash. Jackson is the trash man.
I thought you were going to call me trash.
No, I wouldn't do that. First level is the year in the critic score. In this case, this movie came out in 2016
Brand new.
with a 10% Rotten Tomato meter.
Okay, let's go step 2.
Step 2, the second billed actor is Zac Efron.
Uh-oh.
Zac
Is this
Efron.
Baywatch?
It is not Baywatch. It's not Baywatch. Step 3, the audience score. Audiences dug it a little bit more, 44%. So you got a 10% critic score in 2016, 44% audience score with Zac Efron as the second billed actor.
Guess Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's always served you well.
I don't think Zac Efron was in Pirates of the Caribbean.
I don't feel good about this, but 17 again.
Is that a real movie?
Yeah,
No, I don't remember that one. That's not it. That's not the answer.
I figured.
Level 4, the top billed actor in this movie is Robert De Niro.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Bad Grandpa.
That is incorrect.
Oh, are you going to get me on that,
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
Cody seems to not want to have mercy.
No mercy.
So I will read you the
Is it-
blurb.
what? Okay.
Level
fine.
5. I don't have to read the blurb if you want to guess.
Dirty Grandpa.
It's Dirty Grandpa.
Yeah.
Semantics Haviland.
Cody is being ruthless right now. So Jackson solves it on level 5, and the listeners are denied my blurb voice.
I was ready to listen to the blurb.
Cody doesn't like fun. Cody, will you be trying to solve the mediocre movie or the fresh movie?
I go fresh.
Cody does go fresh. That's pretty consistent. You guys have found your lanes. Level 1, the year and the critic score. This one's a 94% certified fresh movie from 2011.
Life of Pi.
It is not Life of Pi. That
Okay, that's one.
seems like a good guess. Second build actor in this 2011 movie, Jonah Hill.
Moneyball.
It is Moneyball. Cody is off the schneid.
First the Chiefs and now me.
Yeah.
All the dynasties are crumbling.
Jackson is sad, very sad. But Cody is very happy. I haven't seen Cody this energized.
Like, I'm tempted to do a victory lap around the studio.
At least you earned it, and it wasn't bad grandpa versus dirty grandpa that undid me.
He's going to be amazing, this pod. He's going to talk a lot. I'm going to have to do a lot of editing. All right. Cody's victorious, but let's take all that energy and focus it on our pop culture draft. Coming up next, it's movie soundtracks. Cody sings coming up. Okay, you guys. We're here to do a pop culture draft. Haven't done one of these in a while. And
It had been missing from my soul.
Cody almost insisted upon it.
Like, I was ready to throw hands.
Threatened to leave the show, I heard.
Yeah, almost. I just suggested, I was like, well, maybe we don't need to do it anymore. People seem to like the list busters, so maybe we just do another list busters. And Cody, I literally thought Cody was quitting on me.
I feel with the drafts, you get more of who we are and what our faves would be versus like me destroying like
My dreams.
3/4 of a list done by someone else.
I do agree with that take, actually, because as I was putting my list together, especially with the specialty categories that we'll have, a lot more of me is going to come out with those selections. So we're gonna draft. The first 3 picks are just going to be our favorite or what we think are the best movie soundtracks of all time. We did come up with a couple ground rules-ish things, like we're going to kind of ignore orchestral scores just because we didn't want to sit here for an hour and talk about John Williams and Hans Zimmer, which there's just so many that just those 2 dudes have done that we could talk about and that could be on that list. It just overloads everything.
All I would have said was Jurassic Park. Done.
Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, like all of it's just amazing. And so that just gluts everything. So we're just doing songs, like multiple artists usually, or could be one artist, but no orchestral stuff as far as the 3 favorite. Now, if they're on an album we talk about in one of the specialty categories, that's fine. Because I am well aware that there are some soundtracks with original music, original songs, and some orchestral stuff on it too, just because they had to fill out an album. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. So the first thing we do is, well, first, Jackson, what does the movie soundtrack mean to you?
I feel this is something that kids nowadays don't get to experience, and I hate that for them.
It is an archaic thing.
I remember having to hunt those down at your Sam Goody or FYE or other relics of the electronic store wars, but it was something that, you know, we really hyped movies up back then. And, you know, you had your original soundtrack, you had your McDonald's or your Burger King tie-in, and it's something I miss, and you don't often see it anymore.
Yeah. Cody?
It basically was the Spotify playlist before that was a thing for some movies. Like when you have like random
a lot of mix. Yeah.
I will list a movie right now just as an example. Forrest Gump. Like you have just all these random songs from the 60s and 70s and you're like, this feels like the movie. And it as an adult, I would make a Spotify playlist with those songs if I was remaking this movie.
So there's an art to this, I think, because I was really into movie soundtracks. And I just liked movie soundtracks. And the reason I like them is because when it's done well, and I'm talking all the way from the top. So like the person who's putting together the movie, whether it be the director, whether they're getting help from someone. So like there's guys famously like Tarantino who handle all the music themselves. James Gunn would be a guy who probably handpicked all that music for Guardians and Superman himself. There's guys that famously do it themselves. But wherever the top starts, the best at doing it, like those guys, are the ones that can put together a soundtrack that when I listen to it, it instantly transports me to the universe that movie takes place in. And so that's kind of what I was thinking of when I was putting together my list of possible 3 favorites. There's nothing left to do but to figure out the draft order and see who's going to go first. Only 3 of us here. Let's spin it. Here we go.
Big money.
The first pick
whammies
in the movie soundtrack draft is me, Dave.
Well, that ruins me sabotaging, which is devastating.
Honestly, this works out fine because, as Cody likes to say, I do chalk. I go chalk.
He's so lame.
It's not lame.
It's lame. Choose your Dukes, your North Carolinas,
your Gonzagas.
I am going with a very popular soundtrack. Came out in 1984. One artist who wrote all the music.
Son of a gun. He's taking the one I was going to sabotage with.
And that soundtrack is Purple Rain by Prince. It's a soundtrack that's basically also a Prince album because it is. And it won the Oscar for Best Original Song that year. Also won a Grammy for Best Album with Best Album of Original for Motion Picture TV Special. And so Purple Rain is my pick. I loved Prince. Prince was like, it was weird. Back in the 80s, it was like you were either really into Michael Jackson or you're really into Prince. I liked both of them.
Oh, you're right in the fence.
That's Cody's job.
I do tend to be a fence setter, but I just like good music. I never understood you're either a Beatles fan or a Rolling Stones fan.
You're a Beatles fan.
You're a Rolling Stones fan.
Why can't I like them both?
Or why are we not rooting for the Who?
Where does the Who come into this? That's the real question. But I listened to this soundtrack on repeat, or on cassette. I went through many cassettes of Purple Rain. Let's Go Crazy is my favorite song on there. You'd think it was most people's When Doves Cry or Purple Rain itself.
Dig, if you will, a picture, Dave.
That's right. Yeah, I know. But I'm a bigger fan of Dearly Beloved. We're gathered here today to get to this thing called life.
Dave, I could never steal you from another.
Life, that's an electric word, Jackson. That's a mighty long time, but I'm here to tell you there's something else. The afterworld. A world of never-ending happiness where we get to listen to the Purple Rain soundtrack over and over and over again. That's my pick. Purple Rain by the one, the only Prince, and still reigning Super Bowl halftime champion, and I will hear nothing of it.
No,
U2?
Nope. Prince,
U2.
Prince was the greatest Super Bowl halftime show of all time.
Garth Brooks.
Did he do a Super Bowl halftime?
Probably not.
John Fogerty.
John Fogerty.
That was Bears Colts.
The USC marching band in Super Bowl I was the greatest ever. Okay, second pick.
Probably Jackson. I get hosed on these.
Oh, it's real close. It is Jackson. Jackson!
I get hosed.
Sorry, Cody. It is Jackson with the second pick in the movie soundtrack pop culture draft.
I'm going to take a softball leading off. One I can probably talk a little more about than others is the Goofy movie soundtrack.
The Goofy movie?
I knew it.
I've made no bones about this is my favorite movie of all time. Still takes up the top spot. It's something that, I intend to share with my son when he's a proper age to embrace it. I've been keeping it until he's there, but it's a movie that's pretty much every song hits. So, not a whole lot needs to be said when you can just take those with you, put on the road while you are on the road. Eye to Eye. There's never a bad moment to listen to that one.
Dude, we don't give enough love to Tevin Campbell.
Absolutely not.
Tevin Campbell's amazing.
Powerline?
That would be the guy. Yeah.
Yes.
I know that's who he's playing in this, but Tevin Campbell was a real guy. And his greatest song, which nobody remembers, is Round and Round, but written by Prince, by the way.
And we also have to give love to Lester's Possum Posse.
Honorable mention.
Yeah.
I knew, I kind of figured one of you was going to take the Goofy movie soundtrack. How many times did you listen to this soundtrack?
Burnt the CD, melted it.
I when I was younger, I did too also listen to some Disney soundtracks. I loved Beauty and the Beast. Lion King was a great soundtrack.
We might talk about some of these later. I don't know.
Little Mermaid. These are all great. I'm not embarrassed. Cody, it's your pick. Who are you taking for your first pick?
I'm also going with a singular artist and a movie soundtrack, but I'm going off the beaten path here. Back to 2007. Into the Wild.
Yep.
With Eddie Vedder. Do I need Eddie Vedder by himself? Yes. Yes, you do. There's so many great songs on here. Setting Forth, Rise, Long Nights, Hard Sun, Society, Guaranteed. Oh my goodness. Top to bottom, I have listened to this album without skipping a song probably 100 times. Wrote a lot of college papers to this album. It just gets me in a good reflective mood, and I can think out my thoughts a lot better and process the world and notice the good with the bad and realize these things that we're always chasing might not be what it's all about.
Yeah, it's a great soundtrack. Every time I've ever driven west, like to Colorado or to just the mountains in general, somewhere in western Kansas, I'm putting this album on because it's great. And it just was like, it makes you feel like it's something you should listen to when you're heading into the great outdoors, so to speak. Sean Penn, who directed that movie, handpicked Eddie Vedder for this film. Did you know
Best
that?
thing Sean Penn ever did with his life.
Just great stuff. The reception wasn't all that, like Metacritic's got it at 67 out of 100.
Those fascists.
Yeah, which I don't know why we're slandering Eddie Vedder because this album's great. It's just great. Okay, we're back to me. And my next pick is going to be from 1979. This will be my oldest album. And it is graced onto the world by none other than Jim Henson. This is the Muppet movie soundtrack from 1979.
This isn't Blue Hawaii.
It's wholesome. It's hopeful. You know what I miss more than anything about the Muppets is just how hopeful it was. Because it seems like hope is rare these days. And it's very quietly a very profound album. Like if you really look at the words to the songs, especially the Gonzo song that he sings, I'm going to go back there someday. Like if you look at the lyrics to these songs, they are deep. They are often very spiritual and existential. And it's just a great soundtrack. And the music's good. The music holds up. Songs double as character development for the characters in the movie. Rainbow Connection, this will blow your mind, was almost cut. Jim Henson had to fight to keep it. And that has become like the whole franchise's anthem. That's the anthem of the Muppets is Rainbow Connection. It's one of those rare kids movie soundtracks that adults genuinely cherish. Jackson just talked about one. People Jackson's age seem to cherish the Goofy movie. And I'm the same way with the Muppet movie. That's my pick, my number 2 pick. Love it. Still brings tears to my eyes when I hear that Gonzo song. Jackson, where are we going for your second pick?
David, I think it's time for everybody to get up. It's time to jam now. We've got a real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam.
Space Jam. I am not embarrassed to say that this album had a lot of listens by me.
This was a cassette tape of mine. I'll say I let my mom play it for us in the car whenever I was around. She might say forced at this point. But you've got I Believe I Can Fly by Redacted.
Fly Like an Eagle?
That by Seal.
A cover. Yeah, cover by Seal.
You've
Best
got
cover
the
of that song.
Quad City DJs with the, I call it the Space Jam theme song. There may be a fancier name for it.
Nope, it's just Space Jam.
We've got, I believe it's Monica with Cross the Ocean or something of that sort. So you've got your...
For You I Will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got your peppy stadium jams, your uplifting, soulful songs, and then there's a Monstars song in there somewhere, I believe. So everybody wins. Michael Jordan's best movie, only movie, maybe. A quality listen.
Dude, this is like a who's who for that time in R&B and rap. You've got Coolio, Seal, the Monstars anthem, which you mentioned, had Be Real from Cypress Hill, Busta Rhymes, Coolio again, LL Cool J, and Method Man, which that's just like an all-star lineup of rap around that time. D'Angelo, who recently passed, Monica, you got Salt and Peppa, Barry White and Chris Rock do a version of Basketball Jones, which is kind of hilarious, but also an anthem. All for One. You remember them? You got a little bit of Jay-Z on here. The Spin Doctors with Biz Markie, which is like the weirdest mashup ever.
It fits.
And of course, Buggin' by Bugs Bunny. So
Really ties it together.
that was the one at the end. They were like, all right, let's just go back to the beginning. But yeah, good pick. Space Jam. Listen to that one a lot. Cody, what's your second pick?
We're going Batman Forever, baby. The movie, great because of Val Kilmer and the soundtrack. Otherwise, yeah, it's okay. You have songs from artists such as U2, the Lenny Kravitz, but the song that like had been out for almost 2 years at this point and gets launched into stardom is Kiss from a Rose.
Yeah, it would have never hit if not for being on this soundtrack.
Will you
And-
sing a little bit of it?
Oh, here, wait, I'll do the background. La da 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 da.
I will save it for when we have our community episode.
Save it for the Patreon.
Bonus content.
Yes. But then, like, you have Smokey Robinson contributing to this. Even the Flaming Lips are on this soundtrack, and that's bananas back in 94.
The Offspring, that's so mid-90s, The Offspring right there.
Yeah.
Michael Hutchence from NXS. Yeah, there's some good stuff on here. We talked about this a lot. We did a Pecan Rewind on Batman Forever. We talked about the soundtrack.
Literally, Dave said it was the only good thing about the movie.
Kind of. And Batman and Robin is similar. There's some good songs on the Batman and Robin soundtrack. I considered it, but it's just not, it's not quite all around good enough.
I love the soundtrack. It reminds me of Val, since Tombstone didn't really have a soundtrack. So
Yeah. For my third pick, I'm going to go with a 1996 documentary. People say it might be one of the best documentaries of all time. It won the Oscar that year for best documentary. It's called When We Were Kings. And it is a documentary about the Rumble in the Jungle, the famous fight between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. And it's the first promotional fight put on by Don King. So the documentary is great because you get to see a young Don King. He's still got the hair sticking straight up in the air, but it's not gray. He puts on this concert. It's called the Zaire 74 is what he called it, but it becomes known as the Black Woodstock. So you have performers such as James Brown and B.B. King and the Spinners, all putting on these performances leading up to the fight there in what was Zaire, now the Democratic Republic of the Congo. But the festival itself with all the music is really one of the best parts of the documentary if you get to watch it, because there's all these live performances that you can only hear in this documentary and on this soundtrack. Now, for me, I think one of the best songs on here is there's a live performance of The Payback by James Brown and his band, which I think is the best version of The Payback you can hear. I've listened to the studio recording. It's slower. I like the fast pace. It's got like all these brass solos in it. Like there's a trombone solo in it that's just will blow you away. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful album of music. And I think I've talked about it before here on the pod. Here's the problem. If you can find it, That's the problem, is finding this album. It's not made anymore. It's not out there. I don't think Spotify has the rights to it. The movie was on YouTube for a while, but I think it is out there somewhere on one of the streaming services. Highly recommend the documentary, even if it's just for the music alone, but you'll be engrossed in the story of the sporting event too, because it's wonderful. When We Were Kings. Jackson, what is your next pick?
Well, David, I think we are going to go straight to the Wild Wild West.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You cannot be serious.
Enrique Iglesias.
Yes, exactly. This was...
Are we sure it's not Cisco? Is that's why he likes it?
Hey,
It's all the
we
above.
will not disrespect Cisco in this house, or Drew Hill for that matter. I'll cover all my bases. This was dramatically better than what it accompanied, but it was, I think, for an entire summer, it was played till I literally could not listen to it anymore, and I don't think I've listened to it since. You know, it was a catchy song that was back in Will Smith's couldn't make a bad jam
That's true.
era.
That was a real time.
He had Miami, Will 2K, the Men in Black stuff. And then you also had Hidden Gem Enrique Iglesias with Bailamos.
It's low-key best song on the soundtrack.
It was a definite heater. I won't sing it here because he's probably litigious, but
Bailamos! Let the rhythm take you up. It was great, man.
yeah, back when my voice didn't break whenever I tried to hit those notes, that was sung in the Chauncey household.
Peaked at number 4 on the U.S. Billboard 200, and the hit single Wild Wild West, which went to number 1 on the Hot 100 singles. So it's got some pedigree. And yeah, that's at the peak of like movie soundtracking, I think. It hits at the right time. You're nearing the end there, I think. 1999.
Well, and the thing that we didn't really mention was a lot of these songs, they didn't leave the soundtrack. So, you know, you wanted that song, you had to buy the soundtrack. You couldn't get,
Yes.
you know, Will Smith's next album. Now, maybe a compilation nowadays, but
Like his greatest hits.
yeah, you had to have that Wild Wild West soundtrack.
So was I imagining Cisco on this? Because I can't
No,
find
he's
him.
the one that does the chorus.
Oh, he's on Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
You remembered correctly.
Wild Wild West. Listen, it's not going to get selected by me, but Men in Black's a pretty good soundtrack too. That was my introduction to,
To Will Smith.
what was the name of that group? It was Branford Marsalis and Wynton Marsalis. They had a group. It was jazz. I can't remember.
Jamiroquai.
No, no, but Jamiroquai was also good. All right, Cody, what's your next selection?
Oh, my next one comes from a movie back in 2010 that defined a generation, launched careers.
Wow. Way to short sell it.
Of Chris Evans, Brie Larson, Kieran Culkin, even Brandon Routh.
I knew this was coming.
And you know who stars in it? Michael Cera. We're going Scott Pilgrim versus the World. This soundtrack is epic. Primarily because all the songs done by Scott Pilgrim are Beck songs. Like Beck wrote it specifically for this movie. And they have a version done by the band, and then they have a Beck version that is only on the soundtrack. You can't find it on any of Beck's albums. You literally have to go to Spotify, search up the soundtrack, and then you can listen to him sing Garbage Truck. And oh, it is so fun, this album. And it really, like, anytime you hear any of the music from it, you're like, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Scott earned a heart.
Yeah, We Are Sex Bob-omb.
Yeah.
Garbage Truck, Teenage Dreams, Sleazy Bed Track.
Now, there's also T-Rex and the Rolling Stones and Metric in this. But the songs performed by the band, written by Beck, and there's even the song Ramona where he's just singing the words over and over again. Mm-hmm. But then Beck was told that was going to be on the soundtrack, and he's like, oh, do you want like a real song? And then he wrote like a song in 10 minutes, and there's like a 4-minute song that like actually has real words to it.
This is that movie is so fun, and so the soundtrack probably is pretty fun too. But I gotta admit, I've never listened to it.
What are you doing with
I've
your life?
only heard it in the movie. I've never watched it. So I think you've motivated me to, while I'm working at some point this week, and I need some music on in the background, I'm gonna put on Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Do it,
because it's just fun. It'll just be fun.
I almost said Donnie Darko, but
okay. So we have selected our top 3 favorite movie soundtracks. Now is where it gets a little bit more difficult, because now we go to our specialty categories. We will resume the same order. The first specialty category is the one song carry selection. This is a soundtrack that lives or dies by one song. A soundtrack that if you removed this one song, does anyone even still talk about this soundtrack?
okay.
That is what we're selecting right now. The one I will be selecting, this came out in 1991. It's a little movie called Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh,
And yeah,
not Robin Hood?
it's got a mixture of some of the orchestral music and some original music by actual artists. But it's only this one song that anybody would remember it at all.
Roger Miller singing
It is
Ooda
not.
Lolly.
It is not Roger Miller. It is Bryan Adams singing Everything I Do It For You.
That's not the summer of 69.
Cody, look into my eyes and you will see what you mean to me. There was a summer where this song and a Richard Marx song, it was like the lost love summer, right? Where all the songs were about like you're crushing over this impossible person that you can't get their attention. And this song fits right into that as well. Everything I Do for You. It was all over radio. It was all over everywhere. And in the 10th grade, I may or may not have wrote the lyrics down and stuffed them in Brandy Tollefson's locker.
Sorry, Brandy.
At Lawrence High School. So if you're
listening,
Brandy, if you're listening,
That was Dave.
that was me. Sorry, it's weird. But it seemed like a romantic gesture at the time. But yeah, that was it. And that song, by the way, that song's amazing. It still is on my phone in my music, my Spotify lists. I shuffle it in occasionally. It's a great song. Everything I Do It For You. Bryan Adams. He wrote that in 40 minutes, by the way. It's another one of these songs written very, very quickly. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. If it wasn't for that song, nobody would care. Also won the Oscar that year for Best Original Song.
Nice.
There you go. All right, Jackson, this one song carry selection. This album carried by one song. Who's it going to be?
David.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep because I would miss you, babe.
Don't call me babe.
And I don't want to miss a thing. This is S tier, God tier, whatever term you want to use, Aerosmith. This is a song that I never tire of, despite the rest of the natural world probably feeling differently.
You're correct.
Listen to this song much more than I ever really watched Armageddon, but this was again one of those things where Armageddon will live forever because of this song.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I don't think Armageddon's a terrible movie. It's like popcorn cheese. It's like a great, fun summer movie. But this song, like, I don't think people understand how prevalent this song was. Like, this song was huge.
They did a country cover of this song.
Yeah, I mean,
That's how you know you've made it.
this song was giant. But your contention is, if it wasn't for this song, the album would have been forgotten.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I can't even tell you another song on the album, so therefore...
There's some good old ones. I think the one that would have come to my mind quickly was Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith, but that was an old song. It's just a collection of older songs. So you might be right. You might be right, because that was the only one that was, I think, written and original for that album. I'm sure if I'm wrong about that, someone will correct me. But mostly it's older songs.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. So Armageddon is Jackson's selection. Cody, what are you going with? Your one song carry.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void?
This is so weird.
Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? Just know I'm in the shallows. Yes, shallow off of A Star Is Born.
Wow.
Lady Gaga and B. Radley Cooper.
Okay, tell me about it.
It's an amazing song. Like, I feel it won awards. If it didn't, it should have. It was easily the most memorable song from the whole movie. I know there was other songs in the movie. I can't tell you any of them, but I can tell you that one, and I could sing it, but I might get tearful. So,
Yeah.
Sam Elliott's in this movie, by the way, David.
It did win the Academy Award for Best Original Song. I do remember the performance. I knew nothing about the movie, hadn't seen the movie, hadn't listened to any of the songs in the soundtrack. And I remember seeing Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga perform that and just being kind of blown away. Like, it was crazy. Crazy good.
Lady Gaga and her power vocals.
Yeah. So, this is all original music, isn't it?
This is the song everyone goes to. And if this song wasn't in the movie, people would be like, meh.
I don't recognize any of the other songs. I'm looking at it. There's a bunch of them. And a lot of Gaga. There's a lot of Gaga here.
Well, she's the one that becomes a star.
Lots of Gaga. Okay.
Push back on that a little bit. I'll Always Remember Us This Way is a heater.
Okay, but I've never heard of it. But I believe you.
Open your third eye, Dave.
I don't even know what that means.
It is the sweet emotion of that movie.
It's the darling Nikki of that movie. Okay. So the three selections for one song carry, this song carried the entire soundtrack, were Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Jackson Took Armageddon, and Cody Took A Star Is Born. Now for our last specialty category, this is Better Than the Movie, a soundtrack that outgrew the film, and frankly, the film would maybe not even be remembered if it wasn't for the soundtrack. And so I get to go first. I have a pretty special selection here because this one has a special place in my heart. It's from a movie called Me, Myself, and Irene. Now, the movie is very forgettable.
What?
But
Jim Carrey in two roles, Dave?
It's at the tail end of Jim Carrey's really heater phase, where he's just throwing out.
I feel it's in the middle.
No, Me, Myself, and Irene was not great, and it was this is Farrelly Brothers too, which the Farrelly Brothers, they're up there with Tarantino on being able to transport you. Pick music that transports you to their universe. The Dumb and Dumber. Excellent soundtrack. Takes you to that movie. Something About Mary.
Yes.
Takes you into that movie.
Tropic Thunder.
This movie I didn't think was nearly as good of a movie, but Me, Myself, and Irene is a forgettable movie, but the soundtrack is not, especially for me, because I'm listening to this soundtrack when my uncle is involved in, he was a helicopter pilot. His helicopter crashed and he passed away. And for like the next, 6 weeks, I'm just listening to this album nonstop. I don't know why. It was just deeply comforting for me at a time when I was grieving, when I was hurting. In particular, let me just tell you who's on here. You got the Foo Fighters. You got Smash Mouth with Do It Again, a cover. You've got Third Eye Blind, The Offspring. It's like a who's who of these very 90s bands. Wilco with Any Major Dude Will Tell You, which is a great song. You've got Hootie and the Blowfish with Can't Find the Time to Tell You. Brian Setzer Orchestra, who's kind of enjoying a comeback at that time. Ben Folds 5. So a lot of these guys that were big in the 90s. The song that really got me out of the house each morning, though, was a song by Ellis Paul, and it was called The World Ain't Slowing Down. Here's the lyrics. I'm just going to read you the chorus here. You got to get gone. You got to get going. The world ain't slowing down for no one. It's a carnival calling out to you. It sounds like a song. It hits you like scripture. You paint the picture with colors squeezed from your hand. Weren't you the kid who just climbed on the merry-go-round? Hey, look, the world ain't slowing down. This song literally got me out of bed in the morning. I just don't know. I think sometimes these collections of songs and these movie soundtracks, they can take you to the world, the universe that the movie was in. They can take you there, but they can also take you there and then give you this comfort of being somewhere else for a little while. And this soundtrack really did that for me. Very forgettable movie. I don't care about the movie at all, but this soundtrack has a special place in my heart. It's Me, Myself, and Irene. It's a who's who of the 90s. If you want a good slice of the 90s, you could do much worse than this album. So check it out. Jackson, better than the movie. What are you picking?
Well, David, follow me to 2002.
Okay, I'd love to.
Back when someone told me that love would all save us. But how can that be? Look what love gave us. A world full of killing.
Oh.
And blood spilling.
Oh, man.
That world never came. And they say that a hero could save us. I'm not going to stand here and wait.
Oh, okay.
Because
Tell me.
Chad Kroger and Josie, guy from Saliva.
Is this Godzilla?
No, this is Hero from 2002's Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man. Which he did one for Godzilla too, did Chad Kroger. Or would it be his Nickelback? I don't know. But
They're
that
the
was
same thing.
That
Yeah.
might have been redacted in Jimmy Page.
So are you saying Spider-Man, this is better than the movie?
Forgetful movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is crazy talk.
This was a song I used to stake out MTV, hoping that the video would come on. I remember begging my mom's boyfriend at the time to allow me to use a CD burner so I could have this specific song. And after plenty of bothering by me, he finally put it on there twice and then threw the CD at me. I was that kind of kid. I would annoy my way into what I wanted. But this is a song I remember far more than I remember that first Spider-Man, because there have been 15 Spider-Man since then, and Andrew Garfield's a better Spider-Man.
Wow.
Hot take.
Wow. We were just slandering everything.
Toby's a bit overrated.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm one of the people that doesn't really mind Nickelback, and felt that...
Well, you better love them if you think it's better than the movie.
Well, Dave, we're not putting all our skeletons out tonight. But I remember this much more than the movie. I remember trying to find this song. It was something that it became an earworm and never left.
A hero could save us. Not going to stand here and wait. I remember the song.
We'll hold on to the wings of the eagles and watch as they all fly away.
Alien Ant Farm is on this soundtrack. I don't even remember this. I don't remember any of these other songs. I'm going to write it down.
You've got the lead
But you just
singer of
cost yourself the
Slipknot.
votes right there, sir.
Or
That's
did
what
I
think.
get all the votes, Dave?
Cody, which one is your better than the movie soundtrack?
Oh, this is so easy, and I'm ashamed of both of you. We're going back to 1992.
Oh, I wish we could, bro.
Kevin Costner is at the height of his Costnery.
Two Kevin Costner movie soundtracks?
We're going The Bodyguard.
Oh, yes.
Because I Will Always Love You.
This could have worked for the one song Carrie, too.
It really could have, but I'm Every Woman is...
It's a personal anthem for Cody.
It is
It
great.
is all in you.
And she also sings Jesus Loves Me, David.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I think you're right on this one because the movie was fine. That song, Dolly Parton wrote that song.
Some
man.
might say Dolly Parton did it better.
Nobody says that. Nope. Listen,
Let us know in the comments.
All
if you say
due
that.
respect to Queen Dolly Parton, Whitney Houston was just ridiculous.
So I think that she wrote that song and Jolene like back to back, if I remember correctly,
Are you serious? Right
which
now?
is impressive. But no, Whitney Houston's pipes.
That when that song hits and she's the oh my gosh, dude, that is just incredible. An incredible needle drop moment.
It is. And if social media would have been a thing back then, instead of trying to hit the note that Cynthia Erivo hits in Wicked, people would be making videos of trying to hit the Whitney note.
Yeah. Amazing stuff. Do you have any, before we go, do we have any honorable mentions?
Oh, of course we do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'll list a couple right off the bat. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah. That was on my list.
The Barbie soundtrack.
Oh, newer one.
Garden State and The Big Lebowski.
Garden State definitely could have been on better than the movie.
Oh, snap. And I almost mentioned The Legend of Billie Jean because Pat Benatar's Invincible
Dude.
is single-handedly the best thing about that.
I cannot explain that movie. I just know that it was a thing in the 80s. We just needed to see Helen Slater in a crew cut wrecking stuff to the Pat Benatar.
Well, it's a great song, and evidently because of Pat,
We are young.
we don't get to watch that movie.
We don't what?
We don't get to watch that movie
Why not?
because she has made it so you can't buy it.
Who? Pat Benatar?
Yes, because the movie's so bad, but the songs are so good.
Yeah, Pat Benatar also won't sing "Give Me Your Best," "Hit Me with Your Best Shot" anymore either.
What about Hell is for Children?
Is that a real song?
It is.
I'm from the 80s, and I've
Dave,
It might have been the name of the album. That a lot
Cody
of
and
the
I
songs-
just need to have this conversation.
Well, you guys are 80s kids, you know.
Yes.
My honorable mentions were Mortal Kombat, Godzilla 1998.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about that until I thought that's where you were going. That had some good songs on it, and that movie was trash.
Sinners, this is not my better than the movie, and then the Rocky Balboa compilation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had Rocky 4 on my list just because for 80s value alone, that's a very 80s thing.
No easy way out. Saves lives, feeds families.
Robert Tepper.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Across the Universe was on my tier list of good ones. It's
My wife wanted me to list that, and I said no, thank you.
oh my gosh, it's so good. It's
Cody will be on the couch tonight.
it's a musical just using Beatles songs. It reinvents the familiar songs as they use them as narrative devices, but also has some guest performances like Bono's in it singing I Am the Walrus, and it's kind of crazy. Pulp Fiction, of course, Quentin Tarantino. I would have put Kill Bill up there as well. I think those are his two best soundtracks.
Not Moana?
Is that Tarantino? I was talking about Tarantino. Why would you say Moana?
He basically makes Moana these days.
I had some other choices for the one song Carrie. I would have put Ghostbusters 2 up there, so a lot of people don't know this. Ghostbusters 2 as an album actually sells more than Ghostbusters 1, which is insane because Ghostbusters 1 as an album is a much better complete album. Ghostbusters 2 is driven by one song.
Higher and higher.
No.
Oh.
On Our Own. Well, okay, so Higher and Higher is good, but that's not the one people loved. It was On Our Own by Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown,
Millie Bobby Brown.
if you are not old enough
Bobby.
to remember this, we just got done talking about Whitney Houston, he was married to. Bobby Brown, formerly a kid in New Edition, for about 3 to 4 years is like just the king of pop. He just takes over that title.
That was his prerogative.
Oh, and On Our Own in Ghostbusters 2 isn't just good for a movie soundtrack. That's just a good song. It's super corny too, but it's so good.
No Ray Parker Jr.?
Well, Ray, through no fault of his own, kind of stole the music from Huey Lewis in the News. Are you familiar with how that story shook out? Jason Pargin has a video on it. Did you watch the video Jason Pargin did?
I have not seen that one yet.
Essentially, they wanted to use the Huey Lewis song in the Ghostbusters movie, and Huey Lewis wouldn't do it. And so they call up Ray Parker Jr. to do the song. Ray Parker says, okay, yeah, I'll write a song for the movie. And he's like, no, don't bother. We've already got the song. You just need to write words for it. So they seriously, Ivan Reitman just says, no, we're going to do this. And he puts together, so Ray Parker Jr. just puts his words over the song and says, it'll go something like this, but I'll change the music so we don't run into any things. And they were like, nope, don't bother. This will be in the movie. So Ray Parker gets kind of hosed. It wasn't really his fault. It was just movie people, just trying to go too fast. But then it becomes a huge seller. Like Ghostbusters sells tons of records because of that song.
Can't imagine them doing their thing to Hip to Be Square.
It was I Want a New Drug, actually. But really, you can't go wrong with any of the Huey Lewis and the News joints.
That's what Christian Bale said in American Psycho.
Also for Better Than the Movies, Better Than the Movie, there's lots of soundtracks come to mind. Singles comes to mind. That was like a huge grunge entry where nobody actually remembers that movie. I defy anyone that remembers.
I'm pretty sure you made it up.
That movie.
Yeah.
But people remember the soundtrack. There was Basketball, which is sort of like, it's got a lot of Real Big Fish songs, which is a ska band. Great album, forgettable movie. So that was just a couple that I had thought of. What did we miss? I'm sure there's tons. This is a very broad category. So tell us what your 3 favorite would be.
Missed all the Beatles and Elvis movies.
Tell us what your 3 favorites would be. And then if you have a 1-song carry or a Better Than the Movie that we didn't come up with, let us know. And of course, you'll be able to vote on who actually won this draft. Me.
I'm the only one that chose Whitney.
So follow us on social media so you can see the posts and the voting and all that, and let us know which ones we missed. And we'll see you next week.